Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Flagstaff Microlite 25 FKS travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around it and show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. So let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite and a couple things to take into consideration. On your campsite, leave plenty of room for your awning. On your off campsite, it's in right now, but I want you to think about leaving enough room for your slide to come in and out unimpeded. And then I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. You got a power on this back corner here, and your water is going to be on the very rear of the unit, just off to your campsite. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing we're going to do is level your unit. Your unit does come with a power tongue jack and night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit until you're level. Now, should you lose power, you do have this hand crank right here. It'll go underneath this rubber stopper, and you can raise or lower the unit with this. Speaking of power, check your battery posts. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Once we got our unit level, next thing we're going to do is stabilize it. All four corners of your unit, you got these stabilizing jacks, 3/4 inch crank right here. Now you can use a drill gun or an impact driver. I just recommend when you get to the bottom you slow down, because all we want to do is bring this down just until it's taut. We've already got our unit level, we just want to stabilize it now. Once you have any resistance on your hand crank, stop. I'm also going to recommend stabilizing jack pads. Jack pads are going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop. Good investment. Pick a 4-pack up of them, put them down, run all 4 of your feet down, 2 on the front and 2 on the back. Got our unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, on the back corner here, you got this big long 30 amp cord. The way they plug in now, goes into the left. Once it's in, wiggle it to the right, and then put on your black washer. At the end of this 30 amp service, should you need to plug in a home, and your convenience pack is a 30 to 15 adapter, so you can plug into a 110. Get your power hooked up, let's hook up your water. At the campsites, we'll hook up on the rear of the unit here at the city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so use this. Hook that up, get in there nice and tight, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Come right around the corner here to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, is make sure our drain plug's back in. May have left it out last time you were camping, draining your hot water heater. Throw a little plumber's tape on there. Tape, not putty. Putty will gum up on you. Get that in there nice and snug. I believe that's 1 1/8 inches. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now, once you started running that hose, we can go inside. Our unit's level and stable now, and we can run our slide out. What I need you to do is go inside and open up all of your water taps. Get your water taps open, get a nice steady flow of water going through them, get all the air out of the lines. Once your water's running, shut them off, and then you can turn on your hot water heater from indoors. If for some reason your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out here and check these reset valves, see if they're bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. And then up here is a pressure release valve. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to hook up to city water at a campsite. We're going to go dry camping. or boondocking. In that case, we'll simply fill up our fresh water tank. Back around the corner here by your power, just below it is your fresh water tank. No need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply use a hose. Two ways to tell when this is full. One, there's an overflow valve right here. Or two, on the inside where you check the levels of your battery and your black and gray tanks, there's also a freshwater button. Once this is full, and remember, don't leave it unattended while you're filling it. Once it's full, remove your hose, put your cap back on, and then whenever you want to utilize this fresh water is when you turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook the city water. That is already pressurized. Alright, we got power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit. I'm going to start here in this back corner. Again, our power, fresh water, black tank flush. We'll talk about that when we leave the campsite and dump our black tanks. Got a ladder, utilize it. Go up there and check the seams of your roof. Fully walkable roof. Check it a couple times a year. Any drying or cracking, go ahead and replace with recommended RV roofing caulk. You're also prepped for a Furrion backup camera, device you purchased from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. Electronically communicating with this device, give you a backup camera. Got a little storage area in here with a drawer, some paperwork, a outdoor shower spray port. I'll show you where that hooks up. You got a little handle to change your water filter. Again, city water. Here's your antifreeze inlet for when you winterize the unit. Cable and satellite hookups. Little accessory hitch. Coming around your campsite, again, your hot water heater. Here's where that blue spray port hose will hook up. Get that open here. Hook that blue hose onto there and spray your unit off or spray your grill off. Down below your grill, we'll pull this open. Open your grill up. Your quick connect LP is right here. Pull that all the way out. Connect up underneath here. And this will connect right there. Make sure to tuck this cord back up in there when pushing this away. You have to press down on these to get them to go in. Two hands usually. There we go. Be sure to lock this when you're traveling. Next to the kitchen, flue for your furnace. Two things, make sure it's never blocked, and two, if you're running your furnace, steer clear of it, it will get hot. Got some outdoor speakers. This is a lip on the inside. You have a griddle and a stand that it sets on underneath your bed. That'll set up out here with another quick connect LP down here. So you can have two griddles going. That'd be good for TV out here. Up underneath here is your low point drains. And two little buttons right there. Got a manual override for your slides. You can use that hand crank in case you lose power. You can get that slide in. A little storage up here. Propane does come with a cover. Down a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loose it open. Green means you've got gas. You got batteries. Check your battery posts. And underneath your propane over here is your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide propane detector. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. It's coming up inside your unit. First thing I like to point out is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone is camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Just to the right of that is going to be your control panel. So, starting on the left, here's where you see your brand new battery. Here's your fresh water button. You can hold down to tell when your potable water is full. Check your black and gray tanks. Here's where you can turn on your Wi-Fi. There's your Wi-Fi extender. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Your water heater if you're using gas. Your water heater if you're using electric. It does make a difference. Your tank heater, that'll turn on a little pad that's on your tank. Keep that from freezing in the inclement weather. Slide and awning controls. On your awning, you're only going to want to run that out until you have a flap that'll fall down to 90 degrees. Once that flap falls down, stop. These will continue to run themselves out farther than they need to be, so keep an eye on it while you're running it out. Next to that, your slide control. We'll utilize that when closing the unit up. Finish your awning in. You got some step lights, awning light, porch lights, your interior lights. Down here, you can download the One Control Lippert app and do almost all of this from your phone. Next to that, a 110 with GFCI reset. Before going into your kitchen area, you have a tire pressure monitoring system. It's actually in your drawer here from Truck Technology Systems. We'll send you a separate video on that, explaining how to hook that up. Or you can scan the code and that'll show you a demo. Self-explanatory microwave. Below that, you have a light and a fan. Next to that, your cooktop, your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. Turn on your panel light. Turn this to high. Push it in. Hit your spark over here. When your gas is on, remember, push in, hit your spark. There's your burners. Down here's your oven. Same thing, turn it to light. Hit your spark and then set it to the desired temperature. No need for a pilot light anymore. Rock that panel light down, it becomes an oven light. In your kitchen area here, you have a little power port. USB's 110. Tuck that away by pushing that red button in. Again, in your drawer, tire pressure monitoring system and your paperwork. Down here on the side of your kitchen, under this 110, is your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So if you are out dry camping, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. You do have a table that'll set up out here. Your recliners. You can pull on this parachute pole to recline. And then these are lumbar supports. Continuing in, get your TV here. Crank that on. Remote for all of that. You have to do a digital channel scan for your local channels when you arrive. Make sure that before you do your digital channel scan, behind your TV mount here, where your cable goes in, make sure that green light is on. That's a digital channel enhancer and it'll allow you to pick up more channels. Make sure you have this back against the wall for travel. Your GE fridge, you do have a little safety latch here. Keep this from popping open on you as you're traveling. And down below that's going to be your breaker box for your fuses and breakers. A handful of 15s, 20, 30, 40. A little variety. Highly recommend having a handful of those with you when you go camping. AC unit here. We'll come down the hallway here. Up above this is going to be your GP electric solar controller. What this does is it keeps your solar panel from overcharging your batteries. The only thing you have to be concerned with is having it on the correct battery. And I'll send you a separate video from GP Electric on how to run this. Down below that is your AC system. There's your AC on. Shut that off. That shuts off rather quickly. I'm going to turn the heat on. Do the heat kick on. When you shut your heat off, it takes a few minutes for the heat fan to cycle through before it shuts off. Coming into your bathroom. For travel, make sure that you snap your shower door closed so your door's not bouncing all around on you going down the road. You also have 110 here and a little plumbing to maintain behind this access panel. Just keep an eye on it. You are bouncing the house down the road. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Up here you have a open exhaust fan. Lighting here. Back into your bedroom. Have your furnace running still. 110s and USB ports next to your bed. And of course, storage under the foot of your bed. Inside here is the griddle and the griddle table I told you about that was set up outside. Prep for a TV in here. There's your 110 and cable hookups for that. Another door to make sure is secure for travel. Make sure that this bedroom door is snapped open. And that about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we leave it at a campsite and close the unit up. So the first thing I like to do, come to my control panel and shut off my interior lights. Then I can walk around and see any individual lighting that I need to shut off. All my lights are off. I'm gonna turn this back on real quick. Look here in the bedroom, make sure everything's secure. Come back to my control panel, turn back on my interior lights and say doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's gonna impede your slide from coming in. Slide in. As you see the slide come in, the bottom comes in first. It always does that because that's where the mechanism is. See the importance of having your TV tucked back. And doors and drawers up here are closed. It's okay to hear that noise. That's just the slide mechanism telling itself not to go in any further. Shut off our interior lights. Look outside, make sure our awning light is off. All of our exterior lights are off. So the biggest thing on these steps, folks, is making sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this could catch on it when it comes in. You also have adjustable legs on these. Simply press up on that metal piece right there and your legs will move. Set your door inside. Lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. At this point, we're going to unhook our power, our water, and our cable. We're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. If we are out dry camping, just on your off campsite on the very back corner is your tank flush. So leave that black handle open, take your water pressure regulator again, and take the hose at the dump station and hook it up here. Turn that hose on for a good 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. You're done there. Close that. Come down and make sure that all that black washout is drained. Once that's drained, close your black handle, pull your gray handle. That's going to be cleaner water as your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out a little bit for you. When that one's done, close it and come up here to your extra galley tank. Hook up there, pull your handle, dump that tank. Again, cleaner waters. Close that when it's done. Come on back here and sanitarily and conveniently store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Microlite for many years to come. Happy camping.